My name is Miles Riley. I work for the Scottish Environment Protection Agency. We've been monitoring fish populations in the Clyde estuary for almost 30 years now. I started in the early 1980s. The fish have changed quite a lot over the years as the industrialisation of the city and the estuary has decreased. We've seen a lot of fish coming back. Most spectacularly, the return of the salmon migrating up through the Clyde in the early 1980s. I think it was 1986 the salmon first came back. But we've seen a gradual increase in the number of fish species in the estuary over those years. I think maybe there's nearly 45 species come in the estuary now, so it's quite a good variety of species. In the upper part of the estuary here in the city centre, the water has got very low salinity. It's almost fresh water, but it's a wee touch of seawater intrudes up to this distances as well. So the fish here are dominated by freshwater species that you'd be familiar with, such as perch and roach and eels. Further down we get a better variety of marine species, flounder, dab, even cod and sprat coming up there, so there's really good variety.
Keep going, fish is here, keep going. There you go.
This is a slightly bigger haul of fish we've got this time. Because we moved to another site slightly round the confluence where the Cap meets the Clyde, and there was a bit more slack water where we were able to catch the fish. We did miss a big salmon that leapt over the net, but we're quite happy with the results we've got. There's sand gobies, sprats, we've also got a trout, and we've got sticklebacks.
They look quite strange. Yeah, they look quite strange when they're that small, don't they?
They're very juvenile.
There's loads of them then.
Sprat, 3.8. Sprats are found in estuaries. They like to feed in the estuaries. And the small fish which other fish can eat, 3.9. Flounders are able to tolerate low salinity. That's why we find them at the mouths of rivers, like the River Cap here. Also find them up in the city centre. There's a resident population. We're catching salmon fairly regular in the nets now. Although they're small, we've caught one or two fairly big ones recently. We're also seeing other indicator fish like eels, which indicate that the water is becoming cleaner in Glasgow.
8.5, 8, 11.1.
The river quality has improved dramatically with improving legislation controlling pollution. Most people look at the river here in the city centre, they look at it, see it's brown and think, well, that looks dirty, but in fact nearly all rivers have a quantity of silt in them which gives the water a brownish appearance. So a brown river doesn't necessarily mean it's dirty. In fact, brown rivers are often quite good, clean quality. There's just lots of silt in it. Silt provides a lot of food and detritus for bottom feeding fish and supports part of the community, so that is actually often quite natural. Pollutants, if they are there, are actually not often that visible, quite difficult to see them. Of course, there is a legacy of pollution in the Clyde going back hundreds of years, so there is some residual pollution in some of the sediments, but that is gradually disappearing. We do occasionally even get seals coming up the river, feeding on the fish too. Not too often, but they do come up, and they have come up. We've even photographed them up in the city centre occasionally over the years.